What madness is this?
Alright, so, as previously promised, we're talking about fucking Candace today. So excited. I watched the trailer for the thing and I went, huh, that's a whole lot of dramatic nothing. Just a whole bunch of pictures and stuff. Like, it was just dramatic nothing. She didn't really fucking say or do anything. So everybody's losing their shit over this trailer. How dare she? She's a demon. Blah blah. I'm not gonna attack it from that angle. I don't know nor care if Candace is a demon. I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna fight crazy wild speculation with crazy wild speculation. I'm gonna look at what she said. Again, I took notes. I watched the whole fucking thing. Every stupid second of it. Except for the comments. I didn't give a fuck about the comments. But Candace has really convinced me. Candace has really convinced me that she has lost her fucking mind. Like, full on, full tilt boogie, lost her fucking mind. She's talking about things that you just can't do. Like, there's certain things you just can't do. And yet, oh my God, this lady's out of her fucking mind. And the fact that anybody watches her for any reason other than entertainment just goes to show that we really do need the asylums back. Like, it's a fucking thing. But whatever. So, the hour-long video begins with a big elaborate tweet from some random fucking lady. I don't know who this bitch is. And it's this big-ass long tweet about how Erica Kirk is a psychopath. And it's got this whole, like, dude, the thing just felt AI written to me. This whole big, long description of how psychopathy works and you know, and I see it. So essentially, this is the entirety of the crux of the whole fucking argument. Just so we can start off with the whole thing of it, because this tweet is just the whole fucking thing. This is it, right? Erica Kirk is not doing what I expect her to do. And because of that, she planned it all. That's it. Erica's not doing what I want her to do, what I expect her to do, what I think she should be doing. She's not grieving in the way that I demand that she grieve, and so therefore, she did it. This is the entire argument. Do not fool yourself. This is the entire argument. I've watched a lot of interviews with Erica Kirk. I've watched that woman. I've studied that woman. I've looked at her very, very closely. And I am not picking up what you are putting down. I am not seeing the psychopathy. Just because she's not grieving in the way that I would expect does not mean she did it. You're a loon. But anyways, big elaborate tweet from some random fucking bitch. Erica's a psychopath. Erica's essentially a Marine. Like, she starts drawing all these connections to the Marines. She keeps bringing up the Marines. She was born in a Marine hospital and on Happy Marine Day and fucking whatever else. And so she's like a Marine. I don't know. I don't know what any of that has to do with anything. And that's another part of the Candace thing. She just talks about shit. Random shit. The most random shit. I did it the last time where I drew the bunch of the fucking dots, right? And I made it spell out man on the inside because that's just the way we want it to go. All these random ass points propped up by I don't even fucking know what. Yeah, she's a Marine. Or I don't even know. She's a Marine experiment of some sort. Pff, fuck me. She never explains it. What is this? Oh my God. So, Erica talked about her Swedish roots or some shit like that. And so a whole bunch of random ass Swedish people in Candace's audience is like, no, that's all bullshit. So Candace is like, no, that's all bullshit. Because fucking random ass Sven told me so. Like, that's literally the next point. Random Swedish dude told me some shit, so Erica's great Meemaw had something to do with it. I don't even fucking know. Then she brings up, and this is where it gets really good, right? This is where we really begin to go, oh shit. So far she's read a big ass random tweet that has nothing to do with anything from some random fucking lady that AI generated a tweet. And then she talks about random nonsense shit that doesn't mean anything because some Swedish dude told her that, oh no, that's wrong. And so then she goes into how psychology was created by German mystic Jews. She actually said German mystic Jews. German mystic Jews created psychology just so that we could do MK Ultra. And I went, the whole reason we have psychology is so we can learn how to control people's brains, because that's what the mystic German Jews want. Okay. Apparently Macron is suing her over staying MK Ultra on a podcast now. That's now why Macron is suing her, because she mentioned MK Ultra on a podcast. I mean, I thought it was because she said that his wife is a man. But okay, now it's all linked to MK Ultra, which is interesting. Candace semantically... Oh, Candace essentially semantically rips apart Erica's relationship with her mom. Right? Erica said that her mom raised her as a single mom. But her dad was still in her life because they had joint custody or visitation or some shit like that. So he was there all the time. And her mom had boyfriends and stuff and married other guys, and I don't know. So I guess like a revolving door of random dudes in her daughter's life negates the one fucking rock, her mom, that's always there. And there were periods of single momedness, even though there was a fucking... It's like this whole big semantic ass argument. And at the end of the day, again, who gives a fuck? Like, so she played up the single mom thing. Okay, like, I don't know how that ultimately leads to, she did it. She was part of it. It was all so that she could gain control of Turning Point. I don't get what this has to do with anything, but whatever. We did that. Then she brings up that Xavier fucking weirdo dude that wrote Becoming Brigitte. She brings that fucking guy up, and I'm like, oh God, I remember that guy. That guy, right, he writes this book about how Brigitte Macron is fucking man. Essentially, if you want to know everything Candace has said about Brigitte Macron, read this dude's book. Because Candace just essentially does like a live read of the book for 6 hours with the Becoming Brigitte fucking series, right? So this is all the same shit that this dude put out. And Candace's rock hard evidence that this guy is fucking for real and everything he says is truth and untouchable is because you've got like 2 months to fucking sue somebody for libel before the statute of limitations is up. That's how France works. So, dude publishes a book, they don't even find out about it for a month and a half, and then by the time they get the papers drawn up, it's like, oh, well, fuck, we can't sue him now. So because he never got sued and lost, because he couldn't get sued, because statute of limitations, that means that everything he said is totally true. Yeah, like, that's the crux of her whole argument with that. He didn't get sued, so of course it's the truth. She brings up some like divorce document or something like that. I'm not even entirely sure what the fuck it was, because like there's one part where she's got two different pages next to each other, and very clearly at the bottom of the one on the right it says 9, and very clearly on the bottom of the one on the left it says 10, and she essentially says that because 10 looks different than 9, this is like some sort of forged thing. I don't even fucking know, because page 10 doesn't look anything like page 9. This is fake. But also, it's like a document that they did in the 90s. And they fucked up a date, and so they just penned in an 8 over a 9 in the date. And Candace is like, nobody does that. That never happens. Nobody does that. No legal document is ever done like that. And I'm like, bitch, in the 90s? Yeah, they were. Don't try and put today's technology 30 years ago. 30 years ago, these bitches were typing shit out. Not on like on an electric typewriter. They were still typing the shit out. So, I fucked up the date. Well, that's what they do. The lady that made the document is doing it. It's going to be signed by everybody. But, there's a date changed in this document. So, I just don't even know what could possibly be going on. But I know absolutely that nobody fucking does that shit. And I'm like, okay, whatever, I don't know. Yeah, can't. A whole lot of fuck ups are like purposeful actions. It all leads back to, 30 years ago when they fucked up that number. Oh, that was the great foretelling. That was the first seal coming off, and yeah, that was Charlie's fate sealed right then and there. Like Erica Kirk's great-great-grandmother or some shit like that apparently ran the numbers. Like in the, I don't know, 50s, 60s, 40s, something like that, or somewhere around there. Man, that bitch was running the numbers. Who knew? I didn't know until now. And I still don't know what the fuck that has to do with anything. But apparently great-great-grandma used to run the numbers. And, oh yeah, and then we go down to Candace talking about Erica's Morphar. Apparently, she's got a Morphar. And random Swedish people told Candace that there's no way that her Farfar would ever let her call him Morphar. That's just, Farfar would lose his fucking mind if he was called Morphar. He's not a fucking Morphar, he's Farfar. She goes into this whole thing, and I'm like, because random fucking Swedish people told her so. Like, that's literally it. She's just randomly drawing dots. Somebody told me some shit. I consider that research. But yeah, Morphar and Farfar, these are absolutes with the Swedes. There's no fucking with that. You might as well call him a rapist or something. I don't even fucking know. It's the craziest thing if you call him Farfar or Morphar. Erica's an undercover Jew. Yeah, Erica was in Israel, and she said that her family was a part of restoring some monuments. So now Erica's like an undercover Jew because she's not really part of that family, because her father's mother's sister's former fucking roommate would be the person that then had sex with somebody who wasn't her family. So now amazingly enough, she has like an extended connected family, which there's no possible way that she could possibly have any sort of relationship with these people, because they're somebody who's married to some fucking other relative, some distant aunt. And because this guy's married to this distant aunt, then his kids from his other wife can't possibly be in any way related to Erica Kirk. But, you know, Erica never said that she was blood related. She just said, my family. But, you know, it's so weird. Erica's an undercover Jew. Oh, it's amazing that the son of a number runner, right, would go into legitimate lottery things around the 1980s. Like, it's so fucking lunatic that the son of a number runner would think that he has any reason to go into working the lottery, like in a legit way. Probably because it's legitimate number running. And he probably knows everything about it because his mother probably taught him all about running the numbers. It's crazy that he could possibly, essentially, join the family business. She did 6 live reads. She did 6 commercials through the course of this, and it's like she takes a break, does 3 commercials, and then at the end of it does another 3 commercials, and I'm just like, I had to fast forward through commercials, and that annoyed me. Oh yeah, then we go into time travel. Erica's like a time traveler because she went to a school that was named Looking Glass, that was run by the Marines, right? Because Erica's an undercover Marine Jew, and so she's a time traveler because she went to the Looking Glass school, and there's the Looking Glass program, which is time travel, and I think that's what she means. Like, she's time travel. I think that's, I don't know. She kind of ends it with a cliffhanger on that. She shows a picture of her when she was 6 years old, and she's making like a little, she's holding her hands weird, and she's like, yeah, I like how she's making a Freemason hand gesture there, and I'm like, she's 6. Again, Candace is fucking insane. Yeah, and Candace is also shocked and amazed that a whole bunch of rich people all send their kids to, like, rich private schools. That blows her fucking mind. Like, dude, she comes off as this really jealous, spiteful stalker lady. She says that she's working on getting every single yearbook photo of Erica Kirk. Like, she puts, like, you want to talk about the tweet from the beginning? The psychological makeup of a psychopath and how Erica fits all of these things? Candace Owens is a leftist. Now, what do I mean by that? I don't mean that she has the same policy choices. I don't mean that she fights the same fights. But I do absolutely mean that she has the same mental illness. She's got Erica Kirk derangement syndrome. And she believes that the earth is flat. Right? She read this guy's book about Brigitte Macron. And it was essentially like when every flat earther begins by watching 100 Proofs by Eric Dubay. Same fucking thing. She read a book, flat earthers watch a video. From reading the book, Candace Owens decides, I'm going to do a whole big thing about how Brigitte Macron is a man. I'm not going to bother to, look at the woman, and like look at the way her body's shaped. I'm not going to bother to do that. I'm just going to go on wild random tangents. That because she gets plastic surgery from a guy that does plastic surgery for transgender people, obviously she's transgender. Like, this is the flimsy ass shit she hung that on, right? But she just hates Erica Kirk. For whatever fucking reason, she absolutely despises Erica Kirk. And I don't know exactly what it is, but I have some theories. And again, she comes off as a really jealous, spiteful, like, stalker. Like, you have to ask your question. If we're just going to ask questions, I'd like to ask a question. At what point does intense investigative journalism turn into stalking, like cyber stalking? Like, when does it become that? You know what I mean? That's my question. Because, like, she's now doing this 3-part series that she's like, I could go on and do 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 seasons of this shit. I could make 1,000,000 years worth of video of this shit. Bitch, you already have. How much Erica Kirk content have you already done? If it's under fucking 30 hours, I'll be amazed. There's no fucking way that Candace Owens has done less than 30 hours worth of content on Erica Kirk already. There's no possible way. You know, when Joy was doing this shit to Onision, a lot of people had a lot of problems. Now that Candace is doing it to Erica Kirk and to Brigitte Macron and the other fucking thing, like, this is not weird anymore. Like, it's a little bit weird at this point. She didn't make any points. She didn't make hardly any sense. She brought up mystic German Jews. She brought up time travel. She's bringing up mind control. Mind control. It reminds me of Jesse Ventura. Mind control. Dude, like, MK Ultra and like, the one thing that everybody ignores about MK... Yeah, sure, MK Ultra was a thing. I'm not saying MK Ultra wasn't a thing. But the one thing that everybody seems to ignore about MK Ultra is it didn't fucking work. Like, I'm sure they're still trying it. Yeah, absolutely. But guess what? It doesn't fucking work. It doesn't. Like, it doesn't work. Like, you think that it works, but it really doesn't work. It's this... We don't live in the fucking movies! God damn it. Like, you can brainwash people to a degree, but you can't have the Manchurian Candidate. J.D. Vance is not an MK Ultra spy that's going to somehow be compelled to kill Donald Trump. It just isn't going to fucking happen. Because you can't do that kind of shit. You can't embed somebody that deep and then trigger them off of an image on a TV screen. This isn't fucking Firefly, man. Like, you can't do that shit. It don't work. Maybe someday we'll have the technology to do it. Maybe someday we will figure out the technique. But for right now, it don't work. And any of you who want to tell me that it works, please link your source down in the fucking comments, and I will be more than happy to read it. And if you can convince me that it does actually work, then I will change my mind, and I will come back here and I will say, you know what? I was shown this new evidence. I buy this new evidence. I'm down with it. MK Ultra works. This is getting crazy. Erica Kirk is a space Jew. Like, but I don't think it's going to happen. I just don't. But I'm sure there is another flat earther out there somewhere, right, who has the same type of delusional mindset, but with MK Ultra that is going to, I'm sure, going to refer me to all manner of news articles that I'm going to actually read, and at the end of it, I'm going to go, you realize the article says it doesn't work. Like, go ahead and go crazy. Give me all your sources. Whatever. I'd love to see it. But I don't think you're gonna show me anything that says, oh yeah, this is how it happened. Unless it's like a movie script, then I could buy it, you know, because if it's a movie script, that's reality, right? But yeah, Candace is out of her fucking mind. She's got the same flat earther thing. Anything that Erica Kirk or Turning Point says is going to be lies, just like anything that NASA says is going to be lies. So therefore, Erica Kirk is the flat earth. Like, it is an undiagnosed psychosis that we need to put money and funding into the research of. We need to start scooping up some flat earthers and talking to them for an extended amount of time and seeing if we can somehow figure out what it is in the in the human psyche that leads people to adopting bad math and just running with it and just absolutely shutting out and all fact, all objective, logical, reasoned, rational views. And we're going to say that because somebody didn't want to retype up a fucking document, they just scratched an 8 over a fucking 9. That somehow that means that Erica Kirk is an undercover space Jew that killed Charlie Kirk with a gun, microphone, and a drone after she sprung up from a pit with it. Whatever. I mean, it's just madness. But I highly recommend you to listen to it. If you can fucking sit through an hour of it. It's going to be another day or two before I'm going to watch chapter 2 because fuck me, man. It's exhausting. Like, it's exhausting. Like, for some random lady on X, Erica Kirk makes her feel like a prey. Right? She watches Erica Kirk do an interview, and this lady feels like prey. Because Erica Kirk is a predator. So Erica Kirk is a psychopath. Because that's the reaction that normal human beings get when they're in the presence of a psychopath. It's a prey-predator vibe, right? This is obviously a predator, and I am prey. Right? So this looks at you. Well, you know what? Whenever I watch Candace Owens, I get annoyed and enraged and then just exhausted. So I don't know what that makes Candace Owens, but I know this. The only other type of people that make me annoyed, then enraged, then just exhausted is white liberal women. Candace Owens is a white liberal woman. Mystic Jews!